Why is your loved one different to you as he might have been in other relationships? Why does it play out differently? From his side, there's a huge question mark for you regarding your connection. You want clarity, and you tell yourself. Maybe he also told you about other relationships, other situations where you think, why is it completely different here with us? Different. Why is he acting like this? Why is he behaving this way? What's behind that? And now let's take a look at that. Let us now take a look. We grasp the energy of the now. What the energies? We want to share what's going on with him, why this behavior is directed towards you, and why it's so different. What exactly is happening inside him or her? And now let's take a look at that. Dear ones, we are in the collective. Person cards are gender neutral, and collective living can't apply to everyone. But I know you. Always do your very best and pick out what resonates with you. Or a hint for you where you can work with it, where you can deal with it, where you can incorporate it into your situation. And I find it so wonderful. And I thank you. I thank you for being here. And I thank you. Huge thanks from the bottom of my heart for your wonderful comments and for your appreciation of my work towards me as well. And I find it so beautiful. The community touches my heart so much, and you touch my heart anew every day. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And now let's take a look at that. And you can always feel free to write in the comments anytime. If you think this and that question would be great for the collective, then please write it down, that it's a question for the collective. I'd love that. So, and now I'm sending you all lots and lots of light and love, many wonderful feelings, happy feelings, and that you all are doing well. We're going to see what's going on with your loved one. Yes. So, oh, sorry. I just bumped into something. So, we have coins. Let's see what's going on there. We have the Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins, yes. So, it's like this. What's behind the question now? Why he treats you differently? Why it's more complicated, tangled, or however you want to put it? Because he is very cautious. And he also wants to stay loyal to something. And there's also a bit of a change for him. There's something here that's different. But somehow he also feels deep inside there's something. So on one hand, he doesn't want to risk anything because something is different here. Something doesn't fit there. And something doesn't fit, I'll just say it like that. Clamp, that just fits a bit here. But something definitely has to do with love here. The foundation of love. And with them, it's also about this trust. That's also a big topic. And let's see what we can get into more detail about what's going on here. Okay. So, well, that's how there's some kind of dependency. There's a dependency there. It's about this cautiousness, and something here is dependent on change. Maybe on something old that he's holding on to. Something is really bothering him here. And yes, it's also his or her shadow theme. And I would say there's also mistrust here. This distrust, to what extent this distrust, oh, do you see that? To what extent it is also distrust? Or to whom or what exactly it is? Because it's a bit like that. Almost manifests. So this clinging tightly to this distrust. And it definitely has this letting go. What is he maybe not wanting to let go of right now? Or what exactly is going on there? But if I take the letting go here, the connection, if we take a look at that, there is definitely a theme involved where maybe the movement also comes in, well, yes, so somehow there is definitely something with him that is bothering him quite a lot. It definitely has to do with holding on and with change. And something is weighing on him. Something is different here. We have change here. A very big topic. Now let's see what else we can get into more detail. So now we have more Queen of Coins. Yes, so he somehow wants to stay loyal to the old. And with what he maybe still can't quite handle. It's like this, yes. When we now go in your direction, maybe this care as well. We also have this care, and here it's about we have trust again. So trust is a very big topic. Somewhere maybe it's lacking in trust here, or can he not trust? Something is going on here. Does he not trust himself? Does he not trust someone else? Does he not trust the situation? Let's take a closer look at what's really going on there. And it's starting off quite interesting. Let's do it. What else can be seen here in more detail? So let's take a look. Not recording at all. Yes, I'm good. The sound is there too, all good. Okay, so with your significant other, we have a really, really big topic here. Oh God, we have a really big topic. Here it's all about trust. Yes, it's also shown here. Here it's about decisions. Doubts. We have the doubts lying here very strongly. We have the worries with your heart. People lie and there are fears. So he's really troubled by this. And we're going to dive even deeper into this. You know what's up? So, and then let's see. What else? We have, come on. Look, okay. Absolutely. So it's a very clear picture with your loved one about why this situation is different. That's very clear. Topics from his past. The past, yes, well, he said now it might always sound like it's about the past. With him, it's about themes. He met you and you show to something else. We have a very clear, distinct picture here. He knows it. That's familial. For some of you, you know, collectively, we have familial themes here. But we also have relationships, ex-relationships. And ex-relationships, also in the family, I always put it this way. Yes, exaggeratedly also without, you pick out, please always, because I have to lay it out differently in the collective. Different. Interpret everything differently. And it's like this. With your loved one, you can see that he has always been shown this dominance, but not exclusively, rather something cooler. So we really have a very clear picture. Here it lies. Like black and white. With your loved one, there is this, oh God, how, am I seeing? He couldn't be who he really is. I've always seen him here, a bit as if he's pretending to be someone else. Pretending. And above all, we have this theme here. He never really trusted himself because others always took the lead for him. When I say others, as I mentioned, it can be one person in the family, one familial plus, ex relationships plus ex, so lizards, and with the other, maybe just lizards or ex lizards. And it's like this, those are his issues. That's what he hasn't known any other way, hasn't known any differently. Now it's your turn. The beginning of your connection was somehow great. Curiosity, interest. So, wow, the attraction, absolutely. There. And then there's what has drawn him in tremendously. What he doesn't know, that's your warmth. What you send out, what did we have earlier? The care, we have that here too. You're in a space where you give love. You give from the heart. You have understanding. Understanding. But you also give this understanding to your heart person. Here I have what he knows. this stability that he knows, this that he isn't really being addressed. So there are things, the power of something, and then, yeah, situations here, maybe, there are some problems. And he says, oh my God, I really have a bit of an issue here. I don't know how to decide right now because decision making is a big topic here, Then he might get statements like, yeah, poof, you'll manage it, right? Yeah, or don't be so dramatic, things like that. And then it's bam, bam, then it's all settled for him, all clear. So it was like being left to fend for himself. Or he was told, look, do it this way, period, end of story. When he then said, well, I don't know, somehow I'm not so sure, the response was very brief, always interrupted, but also repetitive. So it's always the same thing over and over again from different topics. The course, it's always repetitive, then it came like this. Yeah, do it or don't do it. And then he just said, okay, if this has been suggested to me, then I'll just do it now. He didn't really think it through, just to keep the peace and calm everything down. Because there's just this general stuff that always feels cold. Not that there have always been ice chunks everywhere, but it's just this more rational approach as well. Do it. Point. And his inner self was never really seen, his feelings, his emotions. And you probably noticed that somehow that he reacts a bit reserved, maybe, or is it he opens up a bit, but then closes off again really quickly. He retreats for a moment, closes himself off again, keeping a secret, maybe also a secret about his past, always so different. Stages he talked about and then cut. Nothing more. No, with you it is like this, he felt. You triggered him. You have raised points with him that he is not aware of, that they have been addressed. And with you, it's this. I can feel that you're unsure about it. That you're there's a topic, something is bothering you. And you approach these topics. And above all, you approached his feelings, his emotions. You also told him how you see him, what appreciation you have for him, how you see his personality. You have towards him how you see his personality and how you appreciate him. Just little things. And there you are in warmth. You approached it and you also told him. You showed him completely honest love. You opened up your feelings towards him. And that's it. What he keeps saying this, he accepted it, it got through to him, but then he immediately shuts down again. Because this, oh my God, no, that's just like, I don't know that. It's like uncharted territory, a planet, which is actually beautiful and warm for him to step onto the planet you. But despite everything, he keeps doubting because he doubts himself. Very clearly, he's afraid. He's afraid of bigger changes. We have a big topic here. Change, fear, accepting that change. Because the thing is, he was never really addressed. It was already asked, yeah, so what's going on? Who pulled this into the conflict now? Such a look that you have. And he might want to start talking right now. And the person turns around and says, oh, you'll manage, right? And then everything is done again. Or, oh, by the way, I still want to do this. And that needs to be done. So, and then bam, there's the cut again. Everything is interrupted. And there's more of this, oh God, just don't open up. Because he was also told, yeah, just don't be a wimp. It's kind of like partly like a little kid too, like just toughen up. And he kept going into this protective mode saying, no, don't feel too much, not too much. He says, it's also, it can hurt there. And we have this as a big topic here because you really showed love. As I said, you have, this recognition was also given to him, this appreciation. And you address that, and you're not selfish like people are, but you say, hey, you're a we factor. You don't push your soul completely through, but you say, hey, how about we decide together? Or what do you think about it? Or what do you think about that? And you wait, but you take a pause, you wait. And you really take their opinion seriously because their opinion matters to you. Not here. Yes, until everything is just floating on the surface. And that's where his fears also originated. And that's why it's like this. There is this deep heart connection. You're in it. There is the deep heart connection. And in some cases, I see that you have already been in a relationship here. The relationship ended completely suddenly, completely abruptly, maybe out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I've also experienced jealousy issues quite clearly. Because your significant other sees themselves as really small and is somehow still at peace with everything and jealous. Because he sees himself, he is like this entertainment. And that's because he shows something completely different on the outside. He clearly shows something different on the outside than what's really going on inside him, especially in public, especially outside. And then suddenly the heart connection was getting stronger, 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 very strong, deepened. And he kept getting into this conflict. It's always this like left and right, this tipping. What do I do now? What do I do now? This complete change. Then it kept coming back, this completely abrupt shock. What do I do? I'm scared. Really. So I have to honestly say, I keep experiencing this shock paralysis, this brief shock paralysis, this fear of change, because he didn't trust himself, his own being, this ability to let go, and then also being left again. And then in the other, it's like, no, I have to hold on to the old here. Again and again, this holding on, just like it was. I can't let anything get to me because he doesn't know it. As I said, the planet of love, your planet, the planet you love, warmth, compassion, care, and it doesn't let him go either. And I keep having this back and forth. I keep feeling this uncertainty, a bit of restlessness in the communication, in the meeting. Then there's something, then there's nothing again. Then there's a bit of a push forward again. Then we have a bit of determination. And then again and again, the fears, always this urge to withdraw. But basically, what we also saw here at the beginning, love, he knows that the foundation of love, deep love, he has never loved like this, never felt like this, never. Because this is this new territory, and he knows, he feels that too. And that's what he doesn't know. He has probably been in several relationships. Yes, he has a past. There are lizards, but it has never been this intense. It has deepened more and more. Everything fits. And yet it's somehow too good to be true. Because it's just warmth, just this feeling of comfort. And he also knows that this would actually be the right relationship. And this actually is what keeps bringing the doubts back. Oh my God. What's going on now? He keeps looking back. He also compares a lot. And because of that, we keep having this wavering, especially when it comes to you. Always this wavering, this, he can't do it. He doesn't grasp it. And that's how it is. He only believes what he sees in black and white, what he knows, and that's where we have the issue. And that's the reason why he treats you differently than he treats his exes or other people. As I said, we can see it very clearly here. So let's see what else we can do here. In the get a lesson, basically we have it super dull. We have the rods twice. So we have the 8 of rods. With your significant other, as for how things will progress, it is already the case that he will go into the change himself. He is on his way. We have movement going on. So something is happening. It's always about each individual contact. When you say, yes, why? One contact, then bam, gone again. There can't be anything. Yes, because that moment in this contact, no matter how this contact is, whether he writes to you or just sees a photo of you, or if he just, I don't know, has your hair tie in his hand or your hairbrush or whatever, the socks you forgot at his place, something like that. That's always the moment that brings that touch again. It doesn't let him go. And there we have movement, we have change, because that's where his soul, where he really wants to go, his soul's fears. That's what feels good to him, what he feels, something he's never felt before. And that's his path. And he is completely immersed in this process. We have a new direction, and right now we still have a bit of, maybe chaos, right? A bit of a delay, right? maybe there's always a standstill. So this, yeah, I'd say standstill, delay equals chaos, right? So first we have a delay, then we have a standstill. Then on one side, bam, in a rush, he comes back, right? It's just chaos. Well, I have on the whole, I have a lot of action going on here, and we're starting to pick up some speed, so things are moving a bit faster. But you know the speed, the time, that's something you always have in your own hands when it comes to energy. Definitely the beautiful thing here, and the main point I want to take away, is a positive development. A positive development for the new direction, the planet of love, you, Werner. Letting go, allowing, going in that direction. So, and then we have the four rods. Wow. He's going to open up here too, because he was never sure. He never had stability himself. Always this tipping. What we have here, always these doubts, this tipping. And now he is coming, or you are coming, completely into stability and into safety for himself, and will also be a lot open. And I want to take this openness here as it relates to the heart, connected with this life. The openness, the heart opening, allowing that out of his own captivity, out of his own prison garden, out of this tension. We're completely in a transition here. So from this phase, the completion of the old phase into the new phase, new alignment, and it goes completely in. And it's also like that because he also wants closeness. And for him, what he's also focused on is more shared activities with you. He also wants to get into this we factor because he has always been a bit more reserved. Partially it was up to a certain radius. And then it was good. Then it was done. Where you thought, hey, what's going on here? Which really made you doubt a lot. And now your heart person is coming in. The circle closes and the realignment. And the realignment is you. And I find that beautiful. I also find it very interesting to see in every reading what is really going on inside people. What one has inside, what one can't grasp, what one can't see, what's really going on inside that person. And that's always very interesting because you always gain this clarity from it. And this aha moment, you understand it and then deal with it better. Those are always one or many little puzzle pieces. My dears, I wish you all a wonderful rest of the day. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for watching